Crazy. Oh my god.
You forgot the blue background.
Yeah.
I've run out of room.
Yeah. Also, we are
I'm gonna
live,
put-
just so you know.
I'm gonna put in a complaint to whoever. Who do I complain about our flag to? Don't say the Prime Minister. Or maybe the Queen. I could complain to the Queen. Dear
You
Miss
can always
Queenie,
complain to the Queen.
I
Dear
am
Miss
upset
Queenie.
that our flag is complicated to draw on Tabletop Simulator. Fix it.
That letter will never find its way to the Queen. Although I reckon the Queen, if she did ever get her hands on it, she would respond.
I feel she would respond, wouldn't she?
See, that's the thing.
She would say like, I totally agree.
Try with armed guards.
Here's the thing. Someone jokingly sent an invite to the Queen for their wedding. She somehow actually got the letter and went to their wedding.
Really?
Yeah,
It's been a Facebook post for like 8 years now.
I know. I don't know how other people don't know about this.
Because I really don't do Facebook.
Well, that's because our queen is baller, alright?
True. I mean, apparently being in the same car as her while she's driving is terrifying.
When she's driving or no?
When she's driving.
She's driving, yes.
When she's driving, yes. She has a number of Land Rovers that she likes to drive around her estates like a mad woman.
What's her land? She can do what she wants.
True. And
I'm the
fairly-
queen. What you gonna do about it?
Here's another thing.
Like,
The Queen...
Someone calls the police. Oh yeah, I'm the Queen, bitch.
All right, here's the thing.
You're wrong.
The Queen can't own a driver's license because driver's license are given out in the name of the Queen. You can't be given something in the name of yourself.
Well, what big.
And it's the same with a passport.
Huh. Well, there you go.
So you're telling me is that whenever she goes to another country, she's an illegal immigrant?
No, there are laws that I don't understand.
Yes.
Diplomatic immunity shit, innit?
Yeah.
I fall under that.
Wonderful.
I've got diplomatic immunity.
Anyway,
I am the
hello
queen of it.
everybody, and welcome to this one shot, which will probably end up being a two shot. We'll have to see. Of Soaring Skies Leviathans.
And I've done a flag.
Okay, I'll come down and have a look in it in a minute.
Woo
This
England.
is a Giff campaign full of hippo men
And women.
and women.
Griff.
If
Goddamn
hippo-
sexism.
Look,
I'll
it's
stop.
hard to tell. Like, it is. Once you see the art, you'll understand why it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do we share a heart now?
No, you'll share art once I introduce your characters, and I will post them. So yes. Anyway, all of the art that has been done here has been done by Zenosa, my usual artist who does a lot of this stuff. However, she has it all prepared, and as such, it is all ready to go. She needs a bit of quick tweaking because I've just realised something is wrong with my layout. That. Perfect. Fixed. Alright.
Foreign language.
There we go. Yeah, foreign language, of course. So, thank you to Zenosa for all the artwork that has been done here, as well as the portraits that were done also. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for applying a lot of the sound effects and the sound for this. The map such as this has been made in Dungeon Pages Studio, and that is everything. So, let us begin this
No.
interesting one-shot. You don't want to? I mean, that makes
Well,
sense when you
yeah.
didn't show up on our last schedule.
Wow! I already apologise for that.
I know. But you will never hear the end of it for the next 2 weeks, much like how I won't hear the end of losing to you terribly with Harlequins.
No, that's just your
What?
harmony and going fast. Yeah, I destroyed Chris quite badly with his Harlequin.
Oh, is this-
Harlequins. I did
Warhammer?
I did some stupid things.
You went
Because
first.
I went
Problem number
first,
one.
which was a stupid mistake, but yeah, anyway. It's fine. I know your character name is Plod, so
I quite like Plod as a name. You're not going to insult me with Plod.
fair enough. Alright, so let us begin. Flame and lightning fang traverse the sky. The light drone of the everlasting hum and crackle of Promethean engines surge through the skyline. As surfing above the skies, above the clouds, an enormous armada shadows over them. Giff. Hippo-humanoid creatures, far more advanced in the art of engineering and explosives, capable compared to other races. They made these ships, and they lead them into the battle that lay before them. With the war announced between the new empire and the divided Crowns alliance, the Giff, a trusted ally of the emperor, offered to send a massive armada to fight on the front lines and escort a large percentage of the troops that would attack and claim the beaches of the Alliance lands. With the ships having their orders, we focus in on one of those who work aboard the ship, Stormthrush, a gargantuan vessel, 200 feet in length and 30 foot in beam, with 20 feet in depth. The Stormthrush is a first-class Zaratan man-o'-war ship, equipped with over 100 cannons, a set of dual storm engines, and finally, a heavy Promethean core. With this flagship leading the storm chasers, the first fleet within the Armada, they flew proud above the open skies. But we're here to focus on those running such a vessel, and where better to start than within the captain's quarters. Lelaplod Ersternwoth, the captain of this ship, stands about his large oak desk with a map stretched out across its cover. In one hand, the captain holds a golden crafted divider, and in the other a beautifully crafted compass. He wears a smooth and well-crafted scarlet military outfit, with an immaculate bicorn at the apex of his head, and at the base of his snout is a well-tended-to handlebar mustache of deep ginger. Across from him stands his first mate, Rumendale Comblich, a bulky Giff with a similarly but not as upbeat outfit as his captain. The first mate is currently taking notes on the direction of the ship is heading, and listing off the various supplies in place for such a journey. At the back of the captain's quarters, currently standing on a balcony smoking his pipe, a well-dressed and many-medalled Giff stands with his tricorn atop his head as he looks out across the remainder of the armada that flies behind the flagship Zaratan, that sails below him. This is the Admiral, Dunan Vertestreif. So, Captain, we've got most of the supplies ready for this. We've got the food, we've got the water, we've got everything set up. We've got some of our magic protection layers, plenty of rope, plenty of ammunition for the fight ahead. The course is going to be taking us straight through the arcane drifts. He looks up to you, kind of with a note, and he points to a particular point on the map that leads directly through a large land mass of various floating islands filled with arcane energy. Could be a problem with us trying to go through. That could be quite dangerous, but unless you want to try and fly around in some manner.
We'll have yes, quite. We'll head through for now, and just keep us steady. Don't want to rush ahead of ourselves. If things get too hairy, we can always try and find our way out. We don't want to take too many detours.
So we'll travel through it then. Rightio. That'll put a little bit of a delay on our travel. That shouldn't be an issue, though. Excellent. And we should be good for supplies. Do you think we should dock part way, or do you want to just travel straight through?
How many supplies do we have?
We have enough for 4 months of travel, which will be enough for getting there and back if we need to stick to the front lines for a bit. Otherwise, we've got supply lines heading in and backing us up if need be.
We'll be fine then. Carry us on.
Aye, aye, sir. He salutes and turns to head out to the outdoor area, travelling through the open doors, the wind rushing in momentarily before he closes the doors behind him. The slight breeze from behind as you look back, the Admiral comes in from smoking his pipe.
So, what is our course that we're planning on taking?
Try not to deviate too far from. Try not to risk too many detours. We are going to be heading carefully through the astral wastes, arcane wastes,
Arcane drifts.
arcane drifts. Neither of them are right. Arcane drifts. Arcane. We're going to be heading through the arcane drift.
Right then. I'll give the order to the other ships within the fleet that will travel this way.
Thank
Now,
you, sir.
From a personal point of view, do you think it would be better that the other three fleets travel with us or separate from us?
Dividing our forces could be risky. However, it would make sense. It's just in case things get a bit hairy in there.
Probably must.
I'll leave that at your discretion, sir.
Very well. I'll send 2 of the fleets below and 1 above. That should split them up enough that we shouldn't have much issue with the arcane drifts. If we do need help and support, we can obviously call them in. That should be okay.
Aye, sir.
He nods, looks at you and looks at the map.
We're going to be traveling to the edge of the Alliance region. We'll be meeting up with the head of the bulkhead fleet that's traveling to land there. I believe the commander is Alger, one of the Emperor's finest marshals.
Good to know we'll have a professional with us, sir.
He'll be commanding the fleet below, but from what I understand, they'll be traveling in a similar number to ours before landing. Well,
Very well.
come in and give the orders as you see fit.
He gives you a nod and he turns back around to look over the rest of the fleets.
Excellent. Right. Lelaplod Ersternwoth is going to be stepping outside of his captain's quarters to find men to order around.
Okay.
I don't know why he's talking like this.
Fine. Stepping outside of your quarters, you can see that there are several individuals. Your first mate is currently busy as he rushes down a flight of stairs and heads into the base of the ship. And doing so, you can hear him shouting and waylaying orders to the various individuals. You can hear the sounds of the ship as it sways back and forth with the wind bustling from either side. The clouds travel nearby, almost like their own form of the sea. The white froth off of each of the clouds wisps over a few individuals currently dealing with rigging, tying it down, carrying sacks and supplies to various areas, as you can hear some of the men below deck currently talking and cheering. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Is there anything you wish to do?
I'm going to take my place next to the helm. The helmsman.
Okay.
What's my helmsman's name?
Is it in the document? Just check.
I forgot about the vital document.
You forgot about the vital document. Yes.
The vital document! I forgot the vital document!
His name is Remlik Udal.
Remlik Udal. Ah. Master Udal.
Aye, Captain.
How's you flying today, sir?
Good weather. Cloud cover's a bit thick, but it should be easing up. We might be expecting some rain in the next couple of days. but we should be good travelling here. I've heard from the first mate that we're travelling through the Arcane Drifts, sir.
Yes, you've got concerns?
Only for the outer, the lifeboats. We'll need to pull them in while we're travelling through the Arcane Drifts, otherwise we might lose a few.
Of course. But I trust you'll be able to navigate us through safely.
Oh, of course, sir. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm more worried about if the other smaller ships can't find room to bunch up.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just have to form a line. Like a gentleman.
Or blast our way through, but I'll leave that decision to you, Captain, if you want to talk to the Master Gunner about that.
Right, yes. Probably should warn the Master Gunner that he may be needing where is it? Where's it called? What's it called again? The Dragon Cannon. He
Yes.
may be needing it.
Yes,
But-
we do. If we end up ramming anything, we'll take sufficient damage, so we'll probably want to, if we need to get through, we'll need to be prepared.
Very well.
But otherwise, good weather for flying today.
Excellent.
No lightning to charge the upper flags, but that's fine. We'll presumably get some when we get rain and storm through.
That is the hope, but I'm not too worried, personally.
Very well, sir. He continues flying the ship.
If you'll excuse me, I am now going to just walk down inspecting the ship.
Okay. You proceed to inspect the ship. As the captain walks across the deck of his ship, inspecting all of the men, each of them respectively giving a nod or a salute in the various manner. Some of them cleaning their guns, just leaning up against the mast and and proceeding to look after things. Some of them tying down supplies or dealing with rigging. Shouts from below deck begin to uproar as you can hear activity of various individuals currently shouting and cheering. With a groan from the hull, the creaking of planks as the wind picks up, the sound emerging from the lower decks of that shout and roar, but followed by a horde of cheering, as standing on one side of a wooden barrel is a big, burly Giff, called Laldemar Fletcher. He is dressed in a white and red striped shirt with a currently rolled up sleeve revealing a deep blue tattoo of an anchor surrounded by lightning, with a thrush currently sat atop the anchor. This is the symbol he had put on his shoulder when he built this ship. After all, he is its bosun. Currently clasped in a arm lock with another less brawny but currently well-built Giff by the name of Hyimer. He is dressed in a plain white shirt and overcoat, with traces of gunpowder and Promethean powder under his nails. With a concentrated face, on his huge bushy eyebrows curl inward as he wrestles for control, a small tea bag swaying gently around his ear as he strains to gain control. As Hyimer pushes for victory, both of them are tied as the crew cheer both sides on as the two of you are in arm wrestle. The two sides are cheering to one another, shouting as this contest is being met. The individual across from you, hand grasped around yours, Hume. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check, please.
Okay.
Ow!
Off to a good start. And bad. 5. Oh, hang on.
What have we got?
That is no, hang on. It's Rook. This is Rook. Right. Okay. That is 6. 6.
Wait, is that a tea bag? No.
Yes, it
That
is.
is my lucky tea bag.
Okay, the bosun gets a Okay, the bosun gets an 11. As he pushes you back closer towards the edge of the barrel, you strain to keep control. Go ahead and give me another roll. The cheers of the "oh, oh, oh" from below deck, as many of the crew have gathered for this
11.
match.
I got 11.
That's a natural 20 from him. As he grabs your arm and he pushes closer, your hand touches the deck of the barrel. There is a "Hurrah!" from all the individuals as he releases his grip around your hand. As he releases his grip from around your hand.
That was a good fight.
Although, let's be honest, I've beaten you in a few more than you've beaten me, but still a good match nonetheless. It came as no surprise for Hume that the bosun, Laldemore, Laldemore won. After all, he was the champion of arm wrestling within the ship. With all the heavy lifting and the need to raise morale, even this loss did its job at raising the crew's spirits, as the two of you are currently there.
Happy days.
Was a good game, old chap. We should probably get a drink or something with the men. What do you say?
Yes, I would much desire to have a cup of tea.
Yes, probably
Or
best.
3. Or 5.
Don't run our surprise out too quickly. Got to last a couple of months in this air.
That's fine. We'll just start pushing people overboard. Or use them as cannon fodder. There's a dragon cannon up there. How many people do you think we could fit in that?
Of its size and the density of a gift, probably 3 at a time. Although, I really hope you are joking this time.
Fine. We won't find more than one, and we'll add extra sticks of TNT. Just for the extra spectacle of it.
TNT is spelled Teantea.
Exactly. Without the tea bags, they can just take the water.
Well, as the two of you go over to one of the tables, pulling up one of the many kettles, you pour each other. He pours you a cup of tea, placing the tea bag in and letting it stew for a bit.
Very nice.
One of these
Very
days, I'll
nice.
get you to use that tea bag.
Gesturing to the tea bag wrapped around your ear.
No, this is my lucky tea bag. Maybe if we win this war, or if we all blow up, I will drink my tea as we fall down, gracefully, while firing my cannon.
I'll remember to have the
Yeah.
kettle boiled during fights then. And I'll make sure to be
Be
by
sure
you.
to. Be sure to follow me around with that kettle. You never know. We might need it. Don't spill it.
Of course not. No one spills tea.
No, never should. Never will do. And if they did, that's heresy. They get launched straight into the dragon cannon and out.
Maybe. Takes a while to load, so might need to watch out for cleaning it.
I don't know. They spill tea. It won't take long to load. Trust me.
That's fair. Well, either way, you've got supplies to watch out for going forward. Sure to keep that under count.
Yes, no more experimenting for the time being. I feel the captain will have my head if I was to blow up another hole in the ship. The
But I
last
don't
time it
want
was
to be
only
repairing
small.
that.
Yeah, I would say sorry, but
But you're
it
not.
was quite interesting to watch.
True,
learned
but you
so
shouldn't be
much.
messing with Prometheum while we're in the air. That could get very dangerous.
Yes, and apparently we have the Admiral on board, so probably even worse of an idea to do that in his presence.
Also true.
What he doesn't know, though. Besides,
Nothing
He'll be
nothing that he doesn't know won't hurt him, but I'm sure he'll be kept well informed by the others.
yes, snitches. I'll make sure to tend to their guns.
That's true.
Maintain them to the highest standard.
Of course.
Speaking
It's
of
very
which,
quiet upstairs.
at this moment, with the activity above deck and the various individuals now dispersing after your recent match, one such individual comes over and goes, Gunmaster, unfortunately something's happened to my gun. I think it's jammed in some way or another. I've looked into it and I can't seem to find out what's going on. I didn't fire any shots. It's just, I don't know.
Okay. Let me have a look at it. I will. Hey, hang on. Before I do that, we're gonna flip a coin. What is
Oh, no.
it? Do the coins have heads and tails?
Yeah.
What
You find a
height
table,
would it be?
right, Chris?
Do you want me to? I'll import one into the table.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. It's technically a quarter, but it'll do.
Where is it?
Yeah. Just hit
Oh,
R
right,
a few
right, I
times
see.
and it will.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna flip a coin. What do you say? Heads or tails?
Are you talking to the bosun here?
I'm talking to the person who wants their gun fixed.
Heads.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna flip a coin. Yes, I'll look at your gun. No worries. I'll have it
Okay.
back
Thank
to
you.
by the end of the day.
Thank you, sir.
No worries.
He
Have a
nods
nice
and
day.
he nods and wanders off.
Oh, I will get in one day.
So you currently have the gun in your care. The bosun's just across from you, currently just pouring another cup of tea before he drinks it down.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my lab to work on it, or is
Yeah.
it a workroom?
It would be
Right,
it'll be your quarters. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go back to my quarters and work on this gun.
Okay. Heading along the inside of the deck, seeing the various cannons loaded on this first of 3 decks. As you travel along, just kind of slightly walking a little bit lower to prevent yourself from bumping your head at all. You move across the groaning and the slight swaying of the ship, the clouds, coming in through the various portholes, which most of them are closed, but a few of them are opened as the cannons are being moved back and forth. You travel up and into your quarters. Looking around, you can see the various bits of the currently open and very exposed to flame barrels of Promethean and gunpowder, with bits of fuses and other mechanical bits put together for the creation of various guns. As you sling the rifle to one side, placing it on your work desk, and moving into your quarters.
Excellent. Right. Now to get to this gun. Right. I'm going to take it apart. And all of the joints I'm going to lace with a bit of gunpowder. So as soon as he fires it, the gun is just going to fall to pieces. He's lucky this time.
Okay. Make me an investigation check as you proceed to do this.
So you're going to make the gun fall apart with gunpowder?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's going to be a very mild explosion. Possibly.
You're just blowing it up, aren't you?
100%. What am I rolling for here?
Investigation.
I like how long this campaign took to stay serious.
Fucking hell. Okay, that's 25.
25.
Yes.
As you... Yeah, that's 13, man. As you
14.
take the gun, you begin to slowly take it apart and begin to... as you reach over to one portion, you grab a fistful of gunpowder and you place it in a small pot. As you reach up to one of the many jars on your area up there, unstrap it with the chain and lift it down as you pour a little bit of wood glue into it and you give it a little bit of a mix. You place the glue back up top, chaining it in place, and you get a look at the barrel. You can see that there seems to be a small dent where the shot has gotten jammed inside. Removing it's easy, but firing it in its current state would cause it to explode regardless. So you unjam it, quickly popping it back into place and rolling the shell out as you place that on the side. It's hitting the wooden surface before you proceed to glue up the flammable gunpowder glue that you have now improvised to set the gun off, but once it's fired it will explode.
Perfect.
Whether the shot will occur on the first attempt or on a few other after makes it a little bit more fun, as there is a little bit more of a Russian roulette feel to it.
I like roulette. I don't know about this Russian, but I like roulette.
Ah,
Communism intensifies.
Salutes.
Mm.
Perfect.
From elsewhere in the ship, as you're currently tending to this, you look over an individual walks in as the first mate knocks on the door.
Gunmaster, could I have a list of all of your supplies? I've got my current list, I just want to make sure I've gotten everything correct.
Sure. Can I get that to you in a minute? I'm currently repairing a gun.
Ah, I see. Yes, of course, if you could get it to me as soon as possible on Captain's orders, just because we're going to be moving into the Arcane Drifts.
Okay. Where's the captain?
He's currently above deck in the quarters, but I'll be taking the supply list.
Ah, excellent. Where are you gonna be?
I can wait here if you're only going to be a minute.
Okay, yeah. Do you need your gun looking at? Or have you maintained it well?
I've maintained it well, thank you very much.
Very good. Very good. You do me proud. Okay. Where do I find this?
Looking around
Do
the
I
room,
just-
get a quick look around, roll me a perception check.
Right, okay. 19 plus 11.
Plus-
Fucking hell.
Plus 11. Yeah.
Yeah,
As
that's
you-
30.
As you look around the room, you can see across the chamber on one portion of the wall you have what looks to be a ledger currently pinned to the wall with a knife. You
Found
recognise
it.
that as it.
Perfect. Here you go. Here's the list. I
Go
think
over.
everything's on there accounted.
You wedge the knife free. You hand him the list as he begins to look through and cross-reference a few things. Thank you. I'll make sure to do this, look through this thoroughly and make sure everything is okay. If you need it back to double-check any of the supplies, you'll be able to retrieve it from the captain's quarters or my own.
No worries. Okay. Fair dues. Right. I will be drinking tea and tending.
Oh, hello.
Attempting to what?
Oh no, you.
No.
oh no.
You-
Jamie is dying, I
He
think.
drank too much tea and sniffing too much gunpowder glue as he collapses on his desk.
Yummy! Yummy!
Yeah, he lost connection. Oh. Okay. Moving on from the sound of the groaning of the ship, with the repairing of the various guns, the members of the crew talking, and the first mate moving on. There is a further noise, further below deck, away from the sound of the creaking and the running of the sails, but the wind and the drone still prevalent. As further below, buried within the hull, where the sounds of the rushing wind reach deep within the halls of the mighty Stormthrush, a dark-stained reinforced door is sealed shut. From which comes the shout of a Giff. The grunts of pain and yells for relief pierce the very walls as the nearby crewmen shiver and cower at the audience they are currently beholding. A further shout from within called out as a call was made for further supplies.
There it goes.
Shortly after, a slightly shorter than average Giff rushes out of the room, the door swinging to the wall with a loud crunch, hitting the wall as this individual rushes out, currently carrying what looks to be a leather bag of some kind, as they rush through the halls and past the various crewmen. Within, a tall female Giff stands over another Giff who is currently bound to a stained and tilted table by a series of leather restraints. He grimaces in pain as the wound at his side gurgles and bleeds into a small metallic bowl. She looks over the wound as she pulls a vial and tongs from her pack. This individual is the ship's surgeon. She wears a darker black coat and garment combo over her shoulders and back, while wearing a white apron across her front, currently spittled with various bits of blood and gore. With a set of multi-magnification lenses over her eyes as she pulls them down, each of the lenses falling into place to get a better look at the wound. Walking behind her, with a book currently in hand reading out the procedure, is another Giff, identical in every way. So, treating a bullet wound, let's see. The individual is currently groaning and screaming as the pain at his side continues to gurgle. You're there, currently tending to it and appearing at the wound. Let's see. Depth of the entry? As she reads out the question to you.
Can I examine the wound?
Yes, you can. Roll me a medicine check.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, thank God. 15 plus 8, so that's 21.
21. Looking over the wound, it doesn't seem to be particularly deep. It looks like it's broken through what looks to be the broken through one of the lower ribs and travelled into what looks to be a large portion of muscle and flesh. Hasn't pierced any vital organs, but it is bleeding quite profusely, so it's probably hit some more major artery on its way around the body.
Answering the question that was asked to me, how deep is it? Not. Does it seem to...
It's probably about maybe 3 centimeters deep.
Okay. Approximately 3 centimeters. I lean in, get in with lenses. Bleeding profusely, cracked rib, danger of marrow affecting the blood.
Okay, let's see here. For this, obviously we've got the suppliers coming with the bandages. For now, the best thing would be to leave the bullet in there, but we're going to need to apply some antiseptic to make sure that it's not going to become infected while the bullet is still in there. You're going to have to hold tight. You're going to have to hold tight until we can get that thing removed and bandaged up.
Can I look over at my patient and... Actually, no, I'm going to wait until later.
Okay. A few moments later, your nurse runs back in. He's currently carrying the bag currently filled with various supplies as he brings it to your side. There you go. That should be everything that you're looking for, but if you need anything else, just let me know. I'll go and grab a bowl of hot water for the wound.
Good man.
As he turns and he rushes back out the room. So, first course of action, apply antiseptic directly to the wound and use the tongs to pull said bullet wound out. If there are broken bones, we will need to pull out the shards before stitching the wound up and applying medical herbs for further disinfectant before bandaging it up tightly to apply pressure to said wound.
Okay.
Got all that?
Indeed. And I turn to the patient. Can I give him something to bite on for the pain?
Yeah, sure. Grabbing a nearby bit of a wooden dole, you put it in his mouth as he bites down on it, currently grimacing and slowly whining from the pain.
There, it won't be long.
Okay. What is your first course of action?
I'm going to have a look in the wound with the tongs very slowly and carefully.
Okay. Roll me a medicine or a sleight of hand check.
Medicine.
Okay.
17 plus 8.
Reaching in with the tongs, slightly opening the wound, there is a grimace as the tongs reach in slowly but surely. What are you grabbing?
I am looking for the bullet first, but I am being mindful of any bone shards I find.
Okay. Reaching in, you grab the bullet, you slide it out before you place it in the metal tray. There's a small gurgle of blood. You watch as a few small bits of bone come out with it and drop also into the metal tray. Your other half moves over and grabs various supplies as well as a wet swab, just to make sure that you're not going to have any issues.
Mm-hmm. Are there any more bone shards?
Make me a perception check. 20. Looking in, you can see that there are a few more bone shards inside. Grabbing the tongs, you go in and you pull each one out slowly but surely. The broken bone, it seems to be a portion of it cracked to the side. Treating such a wound is going to be difficult. Repairing it will be more difficult as it is, but for now you're more concerned with the matter of infection and the immediate pain. Fixing the
Mhm.
bone will come later, when you are more prepared and you are back on a when you are docked and not in a moving ship.
Okay.
Your next course of action.
I would, once the wound has all the debris out of it, I want to disinfect it.
Okay. Getting the rubbing alcohol and the various other things, you disinfect the tools before you take a small swab of the various disinfectant, and you begin to rub it on the inside of the wound itself, slowly but surely disinfecting it. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Oh. 15 plus 2, so 17.
17. You swab the inside of the wound, keeping it clean, removing any signs of otherwise damaged tissue. A little bit of more blood begins to gurgle out as you see the various bits there. You clamp bits shut, which from the inside, and disinfect the wound as it is. What is your next step?
I want to put pressure on the wound and sort of hold it for a second to stem any bleeding, and then I want to stitch it shut.
Okay. Applying pressure to the wound with assistance from yourself. Your other assistant or the nurse comes back with the bowl of water, places it down at your side as you begin to slowly but surely stitch the wound shut. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
That's +8, so 12.
You begin to stitch the wound shut. The patient grimaces as you are doing so. Biting further down on the dowel, you stitch it shut for now. You then proceed to grab the bandages and prepare to lace them around the outside, maintaining pressure. There's a little bit of bleeding, but that's to be expected. As you bandage up his wound, you set him up there before your nurse rushes over and grabs the carrying cart to be used for transporting said individual to a bed.
Okay. Out of character. I did that wrong. Out of character, I think I did that wrong.
The order was correct. Yeah, no.
I assumed that the tools were already sterilized before I started.
Yes, the tools were sterilized. Yeah, so that was fine.
Can I check the patient's okay before he leaves?
Make me a general medicine check.
Give him a general once over.
Or insight, whichever you prefer.
Well, they're both the same, so that's 3 plus 8, so
11.
yeah.
Looking over, he's going to be in pain for a couple of days, and when you get to more dry land, you're going to need to, probably, if he wants a replacement to the bone, you're going to have to get him one. But for now, the cracked and broken lower rib is going to have to be a problem he's going to have to get used to for a bit. The
Okay.
wound will heal up over time. He's probably going to be out of action for at least 2 weeks. That's fine. You should be getting to combat in 3 weeks or so. He's just probably not going to be able to handle any of the heavier things or heavy guns. He's going to have to work with lighter weaponry.
Okay. Is there anything that would ease the pain in this room?
Looking around, there are various medical herbs. There's obviously oils. You can put them under anesthetic or not anesthetic, but more of a drowsy drug to ease the pain off. But
Just something to help him sleep.
Okay.
He's gonna need his rest.
you grab one of the nearby herbs, you crush it up, and you proceed to grind it down, mix in a little bit of vegetable oil with it to make it into a mild paste. And you feed it to him in the paste form where he swallows it down. It's, from the look on his face, it is disgusting. Whatever taste this is, it's absolutely horrible. But you watch as he soon goes into a little bit more of a relieved state as he lies there on the bed amongst a few other patients.
So I just pat him on the shoulder. Good man. I'll get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. As he lies back, the nurse walks through. That went well. Could have gone a lot worse.
How is it that, without even entering combat, one of the crew members was shot, may I ask?
From what I understand, one of the guns went off. Something in the way it was constructed, something occurred. Yeah, just one of the shots went off and hit him. They're currently investigating into it. I believe the master gunner's is going to have to take a look at the weapon, make sure everything was okay with it.
Hyimer!
I suppose it is at mercy it was the bullet, not some shrapnel that bad.
That's true. If it was anything worse, it probably would have done a lot more. But, I guess he's just going to have to recover now. Glad that's all okay. I've looked over the other patients as well. They all seem to be okay and recovering. And I've detailed our stocks. I've gotten them from the first mate and the master gunner. We should be okay on our medical supplies for the journey.
Good work.
Other than that, the only thing I know is that if we do end up entering combat, we're going to need to be a little bit more careful. We might end up taking more patients on from the other ships as well, as some of them are quite small. But we've got the individuals to take care of it. Individual clasps his arm, kind of flexing a little bit with that last statement.
If we do enter combat, I will be relying on you to tend to the patient while I head up.
Of course. And I assume I will be receiving help from you, and gestures to your other form, who lightly nods but goes back to tending to the other patients and looking over notes.
Yes, of course.
Well then, yes, I'll go back to making sure everything is okay and going through all the bits and pieces. Would you like me to get you a cup of tea while you're recovering?
That will be wonderful, thank you.
He goes over to one of the kettles and proceeds to brew a small pot of tea before placing it on one of the trays. The light swaying isn't too much of an issue with the heavier table here, as he takes away the various supplies that are no longer needed, placing them on the shelves nearby, and putting some of the bottles back where they're supposed to be in storage. As the first mate comes in. So, how are things in here?
Weapon malfunction, nothing severe.
Okay. Just so you're aware, we are heading through the arcane drifts. Just beware, that means your magic might be a little bit more unstable during that time. But that shouldn't influence any of your equipment when it comes to medical needs.
Duly noted.
Right. Everything's okay in here. Have you got a stock of the medical reports?
Do I have a stock of medical reports?
You would know your nurse currently has it.
Nurse?
Yeah. Oh, first mate. Gives a quick salute. The reports? Yes, here you go. Passes the supply chart over. Thank you. I'll be looking into these, making sure everything is in order, and then I'll return these to you as soon as I can. Gives a nod, turns on his heel and heads back through the hallway. A few other crew members, one of them comes in. You can see he has what looks to be a little bit of a charred hand, as he kind of goes over to the guy who you just tended to and went, "Sorry, mate. No, the gun would do that." The two of them laugh it off, have a cup of tea each, as he proceeds to lay to rest. While all of this is occurring, the sounds of the life around picking up, the wind now a lot more prevalent here, as above all of this, with the sounds from all around, the orders being given, the flags fluttering above, two figures remain above it all, watching the surroundings with vigilant eyes. With metal cups grasped in their hand as they toast to a successful wager of this war's outcome. Sitting on a small stool, wearing fur skin hats, deep blue navy smart coats with golden trims, a rifle slung across each of their shoulders, and one of them swinging a bottle of what looks to be spirits in his hand, sits Simfrøhnol Haifyha, and his best friend, Roingar Hulem Numa Flech. They both, like most watchmen who remain in the crow's nest, came from the northern divisions, where the snow lays thickest and the cold is beaten back by the warm, hearty comfort of their spirit that they hold close to their heart. The clouds rush by, the winds whirl around them, but nothing shakes their spirits, as they chat and watch the skies, seeing the sights and knowing only to report if anything is spotted on the horizon. Sim, how do you think this war's going to go, eh? Shouldn't drink too much of that at once. Still on duty, remember?
Oh, don't worry. Nothing beats absolute unit.
Yeah, you got that right. He raises his cup, tinks it against yours, the metal sound lightly ringing out. How do you think this is going to go, then? Obviously, we're part of this, so... Hey, they've got quite a lot of skilled individuals, eh?
Yes. I don't know if they compare to the north, but they seem to be doing okay.
Yeah, I guess that's true. They're more deck savvy, where we're more for shooting from afar.
Of course.
Holy.
Speaking of which, watch this.
Oh.
I look down. Do I see the captain?
You do. You currently see him wandering across the deck of the ship, currently tending to the various individuals around, giving a quick look and glance as you just see him, the flag fluttering up above.
Captain!
Spotter Haifyha. Haifyha. That's gonna be smooth. Spotter Haifyha. Spotter! Hello!
Good try. I wanted to inform you. 800 feet out, 5 white dragons approaching.
What the fuck? Oh shit!
What shall we take and do?
Hopefully we can pass and they won't bother us.
Target within range. Shall I shoot?
No.
Okay. It was just a joke. How many times are you gonna fall for it?
White dragons are terrifying.
You need to grow some balls.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm not the one that just sits in a crow's nest drinking vodka. I've got a ship to worry about.
Ha! That seems like your problem.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Anyway, there should be some rain coming down in about 6.5 hours.
That's good to hear. Might be able to get some charge on the ship. Hopefully you get zapped as well.
I'll be sure to send it down your way.
I have no doubt you will.
Enjoy your ship too, please.
Wait a minute, why are you drinking while on duty?
I don't know what you mean.
I can see it in your hand.
As Sim slinks behind the back of the slinks
What?
behind the back of the crow's nest, away from the captain's sight. The chuckles from above. You always mess with the captain. You do get on
he's
fine, despite him being of a higher rank than you.
naive. Anyway, I don't take orders from anyone but him, but we're more like friends instead.
Are we?
Don't take that out of context.
Oh, don't worry, I will. He reaches for the bottle of vodka, takes it from you, gives it a swig, pours more in his cup, and passes it back. Oh, have you heard?
Apparently, the master gunner's after some position in the captain's seat.
Oh, really?
Yes, from what I heard, he's been crafting some various weapons, taking out the individuals to make sure to not get your weapon prepared by him.
Oh, don't worry. I don't trust that guy one bit.
No, me neither.
I'd rather throw my weapon off the ship than have it fixed by him.
And that thing cost a lot. I don't think you'd be better to throw yourself off with the gun.
Well, I'll be going down before it. Make sure to catch it on its way down.
There.
How's yours doing?
Ugh, mine's in good shape. I made sure to pack everything I needed. I got some extra rounds with me from old time's sake.
Ah,
Yeah, the
where did you keep? Oh,
Marks rounds, the ones which bring good luck.
ah,
Ones I've
I
used
did.
for headshotting the various individuals and the vigilantes in the north.
those were some good times.
Indeed. The rebellion was short-lived.
Seem to have not taken mine. You have a spare?
Yeah, sure. Reaches into a pouch, flicks over one which has the symbol of the number 5 on the side.
Ah, lucky number 5.
Yay. Yeah. Hey, regardless of what happens, we'll stick together, right?
Of course. Won't let one of my own comrades down.
Yeah, of course. After all, we stick together through everything.
Yes.
He raises his fist to yours.
I fist bump.
Yeah. Alright. Anyway, we better get a good look on these skies. Make sure there's actually nothing like white dragons flying close.
That is actually a good idea. I'll whip out my spyglass and actually see if there's any dragon.
Go ahead and make me a perception check, please. Is making his. Remember, you have advantage because you have a spyglass.
I don't need.
What's the total?
37.
37, and that's with the +5 from a natural 20.
Yep.
As you look out across the horizon, this is why he's the spotter. You look out, you can't seem to see anything of interest. Over the course of your journey of this day, you can see about the various ships, various individuals moving around. The two of you have a laugh as you point out other individuals currently getting shouted at by their captains or otherwise preparing for various bits and pieces as the two of you catch on to every little detail that's happening within the fleet. Flunking a little bit off of your duties, but otherwise keeping an eye on the skies and being vigilant when the need arises. As the ship travels forward, the captain's orders being given out to the rest of the crew, you begin to head towards the Arcane Drifts. With a couple days of travel, I'm sorting out the various weapons, the captain giving orders, making sure everything is in as it should be, inspiring the men in various ways through both tyranny and comfort in his own ways. With Sim up atop the crow's nest, keeping a vigilant eye on everything, you see the oncoming forms of the Arcane Drift. Huge floating islands in teardrop shapes. Large stone forms atop, coming down to a singular point, a rough point underneath. Vines and various bits of overgrowth reaching in between all of them. The hum of the engine down below, rattling through the echoing halls of the hull. The surgeon, as you currently are, you feel, Astra, you feel the energies of the Arcane Drift now becoming more apparent. In this place, every now and then, if you roll a natural 20 or a natural 1, you will be rolling on the wild table.
Okay.
This is in relevance to if your opponents roll natural 20s and natural 1s on their saves as well.
Alright.
So it can go off multiple times. Do keep that in mind.
Which wild table are we talking here?
Mine.
Wild magic?
Oh.
Oh dear.
It's the wild magic table, but there are some worse results in there.
There's some inspiration from how Perils of the Warp is rolled in Warhammer D&D.
Oh no.
It's not that bad. So,
Not demons!
No.
as you begin to travel on, the drone reaching as you can see the various floating islands there, the helmsman shouting out, "Captain! We're heading in! As he rotates the wheel slightly, controlling as he travels through. How are you each going to aid in the navigation of the arcane drifts?
I am going to stand magnificently, inspiring the men,
Okay.
and yelling at people.
Yelling at people and giving orders. Okay.
Yes, I'll be standing up by the helm, as a captain should.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me this would be a charisma check with your proficiency bonus added.
In fact, no, not inspiring them, scaring them into it.
Okay. Make an intimidation check then.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, that's not so good. That's only an 18.
Only an 18. As you're standing at the helm of the ship, currently looking out across, shouting orders to the various individuals on what they need to do, while also guiding the ship through, the helmsman is going about his best to try and keep it in as you appoint individuals to shout from the various edges of the ship. As there is a few on the bow, stern, starboard, and port, as each of them are currently looking out across the ship and making sure it's not going to collide with any of the nearby rocks. The rest of you, how are you going to attempt to assist in the navigation through the arcane drifts?
I'll be yelling out where all the islands are and how to avoid them.
Okay, make me a perception check then, please. This will be without advantage because you can't use your spikes.
Yeah.
Take the
Left one.
Yeah, left one.
That's 27.
27. Looking out across the expanse, calling out the various islands, bits of debris that might be missed, you assist in the spotting of the distances to the various rocks as you travel through. As you spot, you hear overhead the ever so light sound of what seems to be a crackling sound. You would recognize this as thunder.
Wait, thunder is the one that strikes, or that's
No,
not?
thunder's the one that's just sound. As you hear it crackling overhead, you can see as the wind has picked up, it's going to rain soon in your current situation.
Ready for rain, boys.
Okay. Master Gunner and Surgeon, how would you like to assist?
I'm manning the guns.
Oh,
How will
no.
this assist in navigation?
I will
You'll be
post
shooting
up in front of us.
He's going to be blowing up the islands as we go, isn't he? There's creating more shrapnel for the ships behind us to get through.
Well, what you could do is you could fire ahead and use the light from the actual projectile to show the way forward.
That's too useful for him.
I take both of your points and think they are very valid. So what I shall do is I'll use the light from the exploding islands.
Ooh, I see what you've done there.
Okay.
I like that.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check for the timing of your gunshots.
Oh my god. This could go badly. It's 10 plus 4? 14.
14? Okay. You proceed to wait as you tell the various individuals in the crew who aren't currently involved in keeping the sails as they are, the individuals down below as they keep watch for the various islands, as you keep a mind out for the shouting of when to blast any nearby rock that gets too close or is going to be in the way of the ship as it travels forward. Giving the orders at the various times, you blast away a few of the floating islands, preventing them from crashing in or floating too close to the ship at any given time. Bits of debris do scatter against the hull, but it's nothing to worry about, as they are light bits of stone being blown apart. And Surgeon, how would you like to assist?
I would like to keep an eye on any patients that are getting magic treatment to make sure that nothing weird is happening to them. Also, with the debris bouncing, I want to look at the walls next to me and be like, and shake my head.
Okay.
Just hearing bang. Ding, 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 ding.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check then, please, to check up on the patients to make sure they're not being magically influenced in any way.
I swear one of these days I'll bring that gun as myself.
I heard you.
No, you didn't. I'm below deck.
13
Right, get to him
plus.
first.
Plus 9. Plus 9.
Plus 9. Looking over all the patients, none of them seem to be suffering from any arcane feedback in any particular way. A few of them who are more arcane sensitive, due to the nature of them being more Arcanosmith gunners. A few of them are a little bit more affected by this, and you apply treatment where necessary, tending to any wounds or making sure everything is okay with them, as you begin to hear the calls from above. Spotter, as this is currently coming into effect, the rain begins to come down on the surroundings around you. The sound of lightning flashing around you every so often as you hear it crackle through the sky. The rain coming down hard and fast on your on the ship at this current time. As you look out across the distance, you spot something. As you're looking out amongst the rocks, you can see various forms moving.
Can I tell what they are?
Roll me a perception check. 22. Looking out with your spyglass, getting even a look through the heavy rain, it's difficult to see, but you manage to get a better look at them. As you can see what looks to be with the blasting of the islands, you watch as a few earth elementals begin to move forward, as a few of them begin to pick up rocks to throw at the ships.
I immediately yell out to the captain. Earth elemental, getting ready to throw rocks. Prepare for battle.
Okay. With the shout from above and hearing it, you...
Battle stations!
Yep, and the shout for battle stations, the various earth elementals in the area around begin to prepare to throw rocks in your general vicinity. So, I would like you all to roll initiative for me, please.
Perfect.
Oops. No, I'll roll that again.
That's 21.
7.
16 plus... thing. 16 plus 2, 18.
15 for me.
Right. Right, hold on a sec. So we've got... Astra has 15, you said? 18.
I thought
18.
18.
18. Sim?
15.
15. Plod?
21.
21. Hume?
7.
7. Okay.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big difference this time. So. Okay. At the top of the round, Plod, as you're currently there, you look out across the horizon. You can see a few of them preparing to throw rocks as they lift them up over their heads, as they gather up the rocks in their hands to throw. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't really want to turn the ship to ram them. As fun as that would be, I think the environment might get a little risky with that. And firing the guns is the master gunner's job. Fire starboard side first, just when that happens.
Okay.
Just, yeah, I'd call that out.
Okay. Bonus action, you call out, prepare to fire the starboard from starboard side.
Mm-hmm. it might hit them. And for my actual thing, why not? Multi-capacity thunder. I actually need to be in range to use this. So. Would help.
Correct. And the range is not that far, as far as I'm aware.
Ooh, I can get there. This line isn't accurate. No.
It's kind of hard to see how long the thing is. You can't see the squares.
Yeah, that is an oversight on my part.
You need to make it like light blue or something.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't change that.
Yeah, not now. But
I'm fairly certain I'm not within 30 feet of them anyway.
No. You know,
So
let's just do...
I'm actually not really in range to do anything.
Right, this
yeah, that works.
Yeah, so that's 25 feet. And I'll put that off of the edge of the ships like that.
So I can move 30 feet. Excellent. So let's get some of those for D&D. Anyway,
What?
is it just some sticks of set lengths just we're not using?
Oh yeah, these are... I've always had these, I've just never used them.
Fair enough. Not for D&D, for Warhammer. Yeah, that's the word.
Oh, I see.
Obviously not fiber, just because that's useless. Well then, there's not a lot I can do. Unless this has a ridiculous range, which it does not. So I'm going to save my action until one of these Earth Elemental gets in range to shoot them
Okay.
with my multi-capacity Thunder Stick.
Alrighty then. So, as you prepare for your oncoming attackers, you give the order. A crack of lightning shatters from overhead as this occurs. Astra, you are currently below decks.
What do I hear currently?
You heard the shout for orders for coming under attack, and the order for broadside shots.
Okay, broads. I want to turn to the nurse and my double, and I want to order them to prepare the surgery and clear a path from the door to the surgery.
Okay. So, spending that time, you move up to the various crew individuals, clearing the way and making sure that there's going to be a room for individuals to be moved to the surgical deck if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that your entire turn that you want to use, or did you want to do something else?
I want to do that first. How much of my turn would I have left? To do?
I'll say that would be your action to make sure the way is clear perfectly, as individuals are grabbing their weapons and travelling up or to the various cannons lining each of the deck.
In that case, I would like to head up on deck, please.
Okay. Using your movement, you will emerge onto the deck next turn, but for now you are currently in the doorway.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, first in the initiative, as this occurs, as the shouts of orders are given, you begin to watch as from above now, other forms begin to emerge. As storm elementals begin coming down from the areas on high.
Oh, wow.
Right.
No, Dimitro yet. We have a problem.
What does that mean?
I call him that, okay?
Speak tea, you swine.
Speak tea, what?
But the other quotes just speak to you, swine.
On it.
Alright.
Wait, is that racist because we're hippo people?
No.
I mean, kinda. So,
That's this guy's nickname, okay?
that's fine. So, each of the Earth Elementals are going to take a rock throw. This one is going to throw at the ship. Hits versus the hull, I believe. What's the hull's AC? 15. Yeah, that hits. And the second throw from the other side. Nope, that crashes against it. It is siege damage, as it is a earth elemental, so this is doubled. This is going to do 4d10 plus 7.
Oh.
Let's hope it's below 30.
Well, it's doubled, so
I know.
11 plus 17, which is 28 plus 7, which is 35, doubled to 70.
Oh,
So that means that the hull takes 40 points of damage as the wood begins to splinter. The rock crashes against the side, and echo hits throughout as the side of the hull takes a big hit from the rock crashing against the side of it. The others begin to prepare to bring up rocks to throw. Okay. Next in the turn order, we have the red. Oh no, we still got to do the storm elemental. The storm elemental is going to use. It is going to target, as you're in this position, it's going to target the cool lightning on you two. So, I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please, Captain. Oof, the guy next to you fails.
Goodbye.
I think that passes, does it, Noctis?
What's the total?
That's 29. Plus the 5, so that's 34.
34, yep, and with evasion you take no damage.
Yeah.
As the lightning strikes next to you, you dodging quickly out of the way as you scoot to one side. You watch as the lightning crashes down, hitting next to you, as you watch as your fellow gunman, he was preparing a shot, doesn't manage to dodge out of the way. He is fried for 28 points of damage.
Ooh.
As he goes onto one knee. He's not unconscious, but he's getting close. They have 30 hit points each, by the way.
Get up, man.
As he goes down on one knee, the storm elemental begins to slowly go down a little bit further.
Crouching is for cowards.
Wow. It means you're perfectly in range for a thunderstick. Points at the back of his head.
He's not started running yet, so we're fine.
Storm elemental within range?
A thunderstick? No. Well, not at the moment. He's within 30 feet, so he'd have to move up for it, but it'd be underneath it. But yeah. Okay.
Ah.
Moving on to the next one. The red ones are going to take their turn. Starting with the storm elemental, it is going to fire its cool lightning here on these two. So the green one makes a save, blue one fails. As the green one is... that's pretty high. As the green one takes 13 points of damage and the blue one takes 27. As the blue one also goes down a little ways as he too is also badly injured. The green one not so much as he stands firm against the oncoming attack. As the two red earth elementals are going to take throwing rocks at the hull. So first one misses, second one natural 20.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna use a
Oh,
dice roll for that.
Oh no!
Yeah, no kidding.
Already down.
So that is doubled, 86 points of bludgeoning damage as it throws the rock. It smashes against just below where you are, Captain, hitting the side. It busts a hole through, doing a significant portion of damage. 86, that does 56 points of damage to the hull.
That's not good.
It's just gonna die the first session, isn't it?
It's got 506 hit points left. It's got a lot to go with.
I know.
It's just taking some big hits early on, that's all. It's just going to need to be repaired by the bosun.
Don't use the gun.
Alright, next in the initiative, Sim.
Alright.
Where you're currently up above, you can see all these individuals as they're all preparing for their turn.
Who do we get rid of? The storm elemental or the rock guy?
It's your choice.
Which one was the one that threw a rock at the front? This one?
This one hit.
Okay.
Yeah, and hit, I should say.
Oh, this looks like a good area to shoot at.
Okay. Go ahead and make your shot.
That is precise shot plus the sharpshooter.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a crit.
That is a crit. Okay.
Right.
Go ahead and roll me the damage. Now, one thing I will point out, because this is relevant, your thing is a 2x2, so you can hit both of them.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing. I'm hitting the.
Oh, so you're targeting the
glass.
green and the red
Yeah.
one. So the green
The
one.
glass.
Well, remember the damage roll is the same. So this would be the damage roll for the left one. This would be the damage roll for the crab. So that is a 28 plus.
Plus, hold on, that is 10 and 6. So that's 28 plus 16.
20 plus. Wait, what was it? 28 plus 16?
Yeah.
So that is 44 points of damage to that one.
I assume the plus 10 from sharpshooter doesn't get doubled.
No. So 44 points of damage puts it down to that. Big hit early on. As you fire the shot, there is a cracking and shattering sound from just out of earshot as the explosion goes off, hitting the green one. Go ahead and roll for the hit on the red one with that shot.
That is a plus 12.
Plus 12.
19.
Remember, you still have your sharpshooter because it's a single shot that this occurs on.
Wait, what's this?
You still have your
Yeah,
precise
yeah.
shot and sharpshooter, which, by the way, you gain back the flare point because you critically hit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it's still
Yep,
plus 12.
19 hits.
Yep.
So the damage is plus 16, so it's 29
Yep.
points of damage to the red one.
Yep.
Okay.
Second shot.
Reloading and firing.
Yep. Doing the same precise shot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know what that was.
Okay, well, that's a natural one. Firing the shot, your gun immediately jams. Neither of the explosions go through, and due to your bullet sink, it doesn't backfire. Okay, so you've made 2 attacks. You're gonna have to unjam now.
Yep, I am.
So go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Okay, you successfully and quickly enough, using your remaining attack, you unjam the weapon, pulling the shot out and placing it back in its pack before you...
And I reload, preparing for next day.
Yeah, reloading for your next turn, using your bonus action to do so. You reload, preparing for your next shot. Okay,
Ah!
at the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, now it is the crew's turn. As these members of the crew, they're going to shoot over here, they're shooting here. These 3 are shooting up at the Storm Elemental. These ones are going to spread out a bit, also preparing to shoot the Storm Elemental. Storm Elemental. Storm Elemental. He is actually going to tend to his friend, and is going to move him with assistance below deck. But they are now out of this. Over, he is going to pick up his friend under captain's orders, and they're going to prepare to fire, as these ones prepare to fire also. Right.
Who's Vladimirovich shooting at?
Hmm?
Who's my friend shooting at?
He's shooting at the Storm Elemental next to you. So each of them taking their shots. I have 2 shots on each of them. So he's taking 2 shots against the red one. 1 hit, 1 miss. 1 hit, 1 miss. 1 hit, 1 natural 1. Well, no, 1 miss, 1 natural 1, I should say. Okay, so with 2 hits, that does a total of 11 points of bludgeoning damage to this one here. Their weapons are enchanted with a baseline enchantment, so proceeds to do a little bit of a good amount of damage to them. As going into the next shot, these 2 are going to take their shots. First 2 shots, double miss. Second 2 shots, 1 hit, 1 miss. And it's 5 points of damage to the green one. Alright. So, with them taking their shots, each of them, the unified sound of the various rifles being shot from this distance into the various earth elementals that are assailing from the nearby islands as they continue to lift rocks and prepare to throw them. These two take their shots. Miss, miss. Miss, hit. 1 below, 2 shots versus Storm Elemental. Okay, 2 natural 20s it is.
2 natural 20.
That guy's on fire.
I mean, yeah, he's doing well.
That guy needs a promotion.
Okay, the first one does 16 points of damage, and the second one does 12 points of damage. So 28 points of damage total on those 2 shots. Okay, that is the blue one. Taking it down a good chunk. These 2 shots against him. Hit, miss. Natural 1 jam, stops the second shot. 2 shots from him. Miss, miss. 2 shots from him. Hit, miss. That's 2 hits I need to account for. Okay, doing 2 that Storm Elemental, 20 points of damage. 1's on this end. Hit, hit. Hit, miss. Miss, miss. That on them. So, damage there is 25 points of damage to the red one. And the 2, and the ones that are firing at Storm Elemental there. Hit, miss. Doing 16 points of damage to the green. Alright. Earth Elemental's firing under Captain's orders, they have advantage. Get back up and fire, they miss both shots anyway. Next one, the one who got back up who was injured, misses 1 shot but makes another, doing 10 points of damage to the blue elemental. Okay. As their turn comes to a conclusion, shots are fired, reloads are made as they prepare, and they've all pulled out their rifles in preparation for the attacks ahead. Hulem, you are currently above deck, currently watching out for the islands as you see these various forms appear. What would you like to do?
Well, on Captain's orders... Oh, Jesus Christ, I've pushed many buttons and my computer's gone crazy. Right, on Captain's orders, all men on cannons, the starboard side, prepare to fire. First quarter, fire at the front red. From quarter to middle, fire at second green, or first green. From middle to rear quarter, but blue, and then the final quarter, fire at red.
Okay, firing at each.
Yep.
So,
I have no idea how cannons work, so this is going to be weird.
56 divided by 4, that's 14 cannon shots per.
This might be a bit excessive, guys.
Fire all guns!
It's not even all the guns. You got all the guns on the
You got
other
another
side.
56 on the other side, yeah, I know.
We couldn't turn them round quick enough, unfortunately.
So,
We could turn
I'm just going, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to roll 14 d20s, and I'm going to see what results come up. Because
5 of them have advantage.
5 of them have advantage, which one would you like to have advantage against?
Oh.
Oh.
Who's got the highest health?
This one, he's undamaged.
Him.
Okay, all against him. Okay, I will keep that in mind. So, cannons, what are your profiles? Broadside quarter pounders are +6. This means that I need... How many of them hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's... The red one is gone. I could be wrong. But siege damage 4d10 times 8 is quite a lot.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Hold on, how many... 8 times 4 is how much? 32?
32, yes.
32d10. So 32d10 comes to 177 damage, doubled to 354 damage to red.
Yeah,
It
that's
is-
a bit.
It is
overkill, I think.
shattered by the 14 shots taken against it.
That's what I like to see.
Followed by the next 14 shots against the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits against that one. Just knock that down to 28d10. Yep.
Those guys are damaged.
I think we had with an Earth Elemental on Tuesday.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hit. So 6 times 4 is 24. Yep. That's 290 damage total on the siege.
Oh god.
And rolling with advantage.
Because it needs it.
Because it needs it. I am going to roll. You know what? The first 5 I'm going to see if they need to be re-rolled. So hits, doesn't hit. Okay, so I'm going to roll 2 more d20s and see if either of those hit. One of them does, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 378 damage. As all of the cannons on the starboard side are shot, you hear the various shots being made, the sides of the rocks blowing apart, the air elementals being shattered, or the earth elementals being shattered, and the rocks they were holding drop and fall as the cannons begin to resoundingly call out. That is your action.
What's your action?
Perfect. Very good. What have I got left?
You have a bonus action.
I have a bonus action. What can I do with my bonus action?
But the other side shoot as well.
Actually, yeah, fire all
It
guns.
says all the guns within.
Yeah, however, via captain's orders, it is only broadside fire.
Hey,
starboard
quite
side.
frankly, whatever the Master Gunner does, he doesn't have to. No, he does have to follow my orders, but
In truth, he
nothing
did say fire
binding
the
him.
starboard first.
Okay, so first, in which case, then the front 28 will take their shots.
Yeah, I'd say the front half take
Okay.
shots against. Split between these two.
Split between the two of them. Okay, 14 to the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think it's dead.
As it takes 478 points of damage.
guys,
Perfect.
1, 2, 3,
I think I like these cannons.
5,
this ship might be
6,
overpowered.
6, with a natural 20 in there.
Oh, perfect.
So I'll just class that as 7. So that is that many, as it takes 378 points of damage. And is
Very
gone.
good. Very good.
Okay, as all the cannons are fired, they are now proceeding to be reloaded in preparation for this. The storm elemental is in place, the storm around you getting stronger, and the winds picking up as you are travelling through the arcane drifts. You have a bonus action. Would you like to do anything with it?
What can I do with it?
Party.
Can
Yeah,
I
that's about
fire?
it.
No, okay then. I am going to just stand there and laugh and have a great time at the smell of all the gunpowder and more debris of rocks. This time not islands, just
Okay.
elementals.
Laughing maniacally on the surface of the deck, the various crew members around, seeing these earth elementals destroyed as the Master Gunner stands there cackling in the rain and lightning. Okay, well I can delete that monster stat now. I don't need that anymore.
Excellent work, Master Gunner. Excellent work.
At the beginning of
what I
Elemental
do.
1's turn, this guy's going to use Cool Lightning on the mast.
Oh no.
Okay, I need to roll a d100. On a 25 or lower, it successfully hits you. On a 75, and you have to make your own save. On a 26 or higher, you automatically succeed as the lightning is absorbed by the mast. That is a
Not too bad.
42. Your lightning is automatically absorbed by the mast as it strikes against the dual storm engine. It travels down the mast and into the engine. The sound of the lightning crackling through it. Both of you automatically succeeding your dexterity saving throw. Does that matter for you, Sim?
What do you mean?
Do you have evasion? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't think no.
No, I think that's what Trailblazer gets later on.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take 20 points of lightning damage, halved to 10. As you and your comrade get shocked by lightning as it travels down the dual storm engine, the lightning crackling from above. As you both take that 10 points of lightning damage. At the end of your turn, at the end of its turn, Captain, it's your turn again.
Great productive third one.
Captain?
Damn.
The captain is aware of every situation that's going on. What?
It is your turn, Captain.
'Tis my turn. Excellent. Well, I can't exactly stab him. He's 30 feet in the air.
I think Sam has realized going rogue was not the best.
Hey! Hey! Stop judging my rogue. My rogue will stab you, and you won't know about it. Actually, what am I telling? He's stealth 13 rogue with only a +4 in stealth. He's not that good a rogue.
Wow.
A sword bursts from your chest.
How is that even a thing?
I'm just
How?
a sword bursting from your chest, like, something appears to be wrong here.
Well, I'm gonna. I want to like stand directly on Storm Elemental, Chris.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot straight up. This is my maximum range for my multi-capacity Thunderstick.
Okay.
You guys needed some melee.
If
Here
it's
I
your
am.
maximum range, do you have sharpshooter?
I do not have sharpshooter. No.
Make me the attack roll of disadvantage then, please.
Wonderful.
So can I just say you're shooting a thunderstick at a storm elemental?
That's a 15.
That just hits it.
And when it's Thunderstick, it's not necessarily.
I know.
Fire.
It's just it sounds retarded.
Like, oh, Thunderstick against lightning. No, it does fire damage. Oh. Okay. So, what do we got here, damage-wise?
We've got a smooth 14 damage.
14
compared
points
to-
of damage.
Compared to the cannon, that's just pitiful.
Yeah, I know, but the cannons. Yeah, I know, but the cannons take 3 rounds to reload. So.
But you know, the cannon's, a cannon.
Yeah, that's also true.
'Tis true.
Yeah, they take a shorter while to reload, and you can't really fire them up, so that is a problem. Okay,
Can try.
end of your turn on initiative 20. It's the lair actions. As you're in the arcane drift, I need to roll a d100.
Why does my ship get lair actions?
Hmm?
Why does
Not
my
a
ship
creature.
get lair?
Yeah.
It's not a creature.
It's not a creature. Also, your ship already has its own lair action in the form that it is permanently under the effect of guards and
Yeah, I know.
what was the other one? Guards and something.
I mean, lair action is basically the fire all cannons and stuff.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Fire
Same
all
as-
guns.
That's
Quite
pretty
powerful.
much a lair action right there.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's on a
Let's get
100.
no.
count.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh, we're all dead.
Guys, good campaign. I'll be seeing you guys.
Yeah, I'll see you guys like next week for the next campaign we're gonna be.
Okay.
I'll be returning as Rook.
Okay. Captain,
Yes.
you are turned into a potted plant.
Not again.
And the ship is hit. And the ship is hit with 1d10 lightning bolts. 1. Great.
Chris, that's not actually going to do any damage anyway. Thanks to the 30 soak.
Well, that's true, but if it does multiple shots, it counts as the each hit. I'm just trying to find it.
Does this charge the sail?
This will charge the sails, yes. Which
Excellent.
I just need to find out what damage it's doing.
What's that, Mr. Potted Plant?
Perfect chance for a mutiny, just throw him overboard.
I swear to God.
I water him.
As the
I
as the
douse
ship
it in gunpowder.
It's raining. Oh.
as the ship is hit with 22 points of lightning damage as it strikes across the surface of the ship. The wood itself being mostly resistant to this. The bits of it that are not would include the dual storm engine, though it takes half damage, so it takes 11 points of damage. Okay.
Well,
Right.
that was a useful turn.
That was a very productive turn for me. Astra. You hear the sound of the guns firing as the ship rocks steady from back and forth from all the gunfire. As you can see on above, you can see the elementals whirling around, beginning to prepare more lightning strikes for the crew below. As you hear the shouts and cries of some victories.
Okay, now I remember being warned about using magic right now, so I want to check to see if anyone is in need of medical attention.
No one is. The only one who is currently below deck. Actually, no, there is one other, and he's next to... He's over here, so he's at the other end of the ship.
Okay. Can I make a perception check to see if I spot anything?
In particular for, like, wounded crew members, or...
I want to see if I notice the potted plant.
Go ahead and roll with disadvantage just because of how far away it is. It's like a ship's length.
10, so that's 10 plus... Come on. Plus 3, so 13.
13. Okay. You look across the ship, you can see most of the men seem to be okay as they're all raising their guns to fire at the storm elementals above. No one seems to be particularly injured at this time, however, by the looks of it, with the gathering storm, the storm elementals are getting stronger.
Right. I want just put my hands on my hips, like I lower all of the lenses on my goggles, and I want to cast magic missile.
Okay. There are no rolls needed with that, so there is. So I need to quickly roll a d20, see if the arcane check occurs.
Actually, can I move first so I can actually hit them? 'Cause-
Yeah. That's fine.
Magic missile. Peep.
Alright, you move up there. What level are you casting this at?
Look at the spell.
I believe with magic missile, each level above just creates one more missile, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you start at 3 at first level.
True.
Let's do third level.
Okay, so that would be 2 additional levels, so that would be 5d4 plus 5. I'm going to go ahead and roll that. I've brought them over.
So I just roll these.
Yep, 5d4 plus 5. Okay, that is 14 points of damage as you fire each of the homing arcane missiles into the blue one. Yes, as each of them strikes into its form, each of them begin to dissipate and disperse the energy that it is currently made up of, doing good damage. It is not looking so great now. Okay.
Do I need to? Because the magic's saying, do I need to roll?
I already rolled it. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
So what would you like to do? You have your bonus action and what's left of your movement.
I'm pretty good where I am currently. Actually, no, I want to duck back behind the mast.
Okay.
There. Whoops.
There you go. Perfect.
I'm fine, I'm not unconscious.
There you go. So, that being the end of your turn, it is Elemental 2's turn. It is going to use Call Lightning twice. One here, and one here.
You can do it twice.
They can do it an additional time each round of combat.
Oh no.
Alright, that guy succeeds, the other one fails. So this guy is now unconscious. Doesn't matter what I roll, he's taking the damage. This guy succeeds, the other guy also succeeds. Nice, they're doing well. As they take 7, 7, 18 points of damage on this guy. This guy is fairly badly injured now, so... Going to turn sideways, as these guys take negligible damage from such hits. And this one is going to... Seeing the potted plant below it. Hi.
He's gonna mount the potted plant.
So the potted plant is currently inside of
Oh,
said
no.
Storm Elemental.
Sam, you might be dead.
At the start of your turn, you will take 10 points of damage, breaking your pot.
No.
Guess who's near me?
Yep.
Okay, Chris, I've got a question though.
Mhm.
What kind of plant am I?
You're a shrub.
What kind of plant are you, Sam?
Oh, I see. You put this back on me. I regret my decision, but not entirely. I'm a cactus.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, you're a rather portly cactus.
A rather round cactus, granted.
Okay. A fatcus. Got it.
Wow. Do you
the-
mind?
Yes, I do. This one is going to move closer and is going to move down towards these two. It is going to use Cool Lightning here, and is going to use Cool Lightning on you, Hume.
Oh.
So Hume, if you'd like to roll me a
Yours
dexterity
was
saving throw,
rough,
please.
didn't
Yeah, he did. 100%.
Those two succeed.
23.
Dexterity save, not.
My dexterity saving throw is +10. Or
So
it
it
just-
is. Yeah. Oh right, you're very high level characters. I forgot about that. That's 23. That's a success.
Don't
so-
make me question this crap.
So you're going to take half damage from this,
No, that's fine, dudes.
as you take 7 points of lightning damage,
Oh, that hurts.
and the guys over here also both take 7 points of lightning damage. They are not looking so hot now.
I would have thought they were. Roasted by electric.
Sim, your turn.
Yeah. You came to the wrong neighborhood.
Firing at the storm elemental.
Yep, same deal.
All right, go ahead.
That is a 16.
Hits.
Okay.
And that is... What's the misfire weapon?
28.
It's misfire 3, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes, you're fine. So that is
28.
28, using another flare point.
Yep.
This means you should have
I
3.
have 4 left.
4 left, yeah, because you gained 1, didn't you? So 28 damage to the blue one. Alright. Okay, it's not looking so great at all. And the next shot, using your movement to reload, firing again, you hit, go ahead and do damage. You using another lot of flare point for this, or?
Yeah.
So 26.
Yep.
Okay, it is looking not so great, it is on death's door.
Alright. And the last
Using a flare point?
one. Without a flare point, it's gonna be +8 to hit, so no, I won't. Oh, wait, it's gonna be +7. Oh no. But that wouldn't have hit even if I used it. So
Yeah, +7 no, as you... that is a
it's a
misfire.
misfire. Yeah.
As your gun jams, you've already used up all your reloads and actions this turn.
Yeah.
As your gun jams, the bullet gets lodged on the inside, as it looks fairly weak, but it's still up.
Mitrovic, take over.
He goes, alright, they will. As they're all going, as these guys are all going to fire their guns at this lot as they're preparing to make their firing lines. Alright. How many shots have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, doubled to 20.
This guy's on death's door, I just wanna say.
I know. How many hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them hit. He's dead. As the storm elemental is dispersed from the various shots being laid into him as he begins to disperse, pulled apart, the lightning crackling and discharging as he does so. These two, along with these ones, he's going to come over and begin dragging his friend away, like helping him moving away from all this, as this one is going to go half speed, hobbling away. Attack of opportunity. That hits. I don't think there's any way that he doesn't take enough damage to knock him unconscious. Nope. So he is instead down there. As he is knocked down onto the ground. He's going to move up. To make their... Just going to move up and grab his friend, using his action to pull him back. These ones are all going to take their shots. This one is going to attempt to hobble to the entrance there. Just going to come back out and help him. 2 in safety. That guy makes a death save. He succeeds. And we have 3 shots into this one. They're going to prioritize their captain over that one, so they're going to take 4 shots into that. Or 3 shots into this one. So, hit, miss. Hit, hit. Hit, miss. 4 hits, doing 15 plus... that makes that 26 plus 12. That's 38 points of damage to the green one. Okay, taking it down fairly low. End of the crew's turn. Hulem. You currently see the captain as a potted plant and a storm elemental surrounding him.
Oh, this is the thing. Right. I am going to move to here.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bonus action to laugh at the Captain Cactus. I'm just going to stand there and laugh for a good minute.
Okay.
And then suddenly, just straight-faced, pull up my peppercorn. And I'm going to take 5 shots at this thing.
Okay, go ahead. Are you applying anything to your 5 shots?
Yes, precise shot.
Precise shot?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes it a plus 16 to hit.
Yeah. Excellent. Right.
Okay. Are you the combo that I use to do all the damage, by the way, is precise shot plus sharpshooter.
Oh,
So
you can use multiple.
Well, sharpshooter is separate from the specialized ballistics, so you can combo them.
Oh. Okay. Well, I know that now. Okay, I'll do that.
So it'll be 1 flare point plus sharpshooter, so it means it's still a plus 11 to hit, but it now does 1d4 plus 13 damage per hit.
Perfect, that'll do.
Go ahead and roll me the hits. See how many jams you get. None!
None.
How
With a
many
crit.
hits do you get? 5. How
One of
many
them out.
how many penetrates do you get? 2. Go ahead and roll me your 64s.
That's pretty poor.
Yeah. For shame.
Oh no, he does 10 plus 75 damage, doing 85 points of damage to this green one, which is now blown to pieces. Your captain
That's
remains a potted
fine.
plant.
Oh, excellent. How much did I move?
5 feet, I think.
5 feet. Cool. I'm gonna move here, pick up the potted plant.
No. No.
Do it, dangle him over the head.
Don't.
And
No,
and me
don't
and
do
Mr.
it.
Potted Plant are gonna move here. I'm gonna roll him towards this door elemental, and I'm gonna take 5 more shots
At it.
at it. Yeah, not the captain.
Okay, go ahead and give me 5 more
Why?
shots. Again, using your flare
Why?
point and sharpshooter.
Why not?
Okay,
Just
go ahead.
for the fun of it. I want to watch you fly around while I'm doing this.
Ooh!
Okay, that is 3 penning shots this time, and 5 hits again with a natural 20. Go ahead and roll. He's lost no flare points.
Not-
14 plus 80 to do 94 points of damage to it as it is on death's door.
Oh, damn it, survived.
instantly on 6 hit points.
I have another
As
shot, don't I?
you'd have to reload with your action. So
Or can I change gun?
you could change gun. That would be fine.
I'm gonna pull out my pistols,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay. I believe that's a thunder stick.
I have no idea, I just know it's pistol +1.
If it's a base pistol +1, yeah. So that would be. Yep. So that is just a shot with. Yeah, it's just a regular shot.
Hang on, I got a blunderbuss? When did that happen?
The
Oh,
one
no,
plus
that's
is your
ammo.
peppercorn.
Yeah,
That's your
okay,
ammo,
yep,
yeah.
don't worry. Okay,
Speaking
Cool.
of which, I'm gonna take that down to 190 now.
yeah, I would. Okay,
Yep.
how many am I rolling? Just the one, yeah?
Just the one. Yep. As you take one shot with your pistol.
Well, that's that. Pistol's
Nope.
broke.
That jams. So he has a misfire of 2, so it jams on the first shot.
I'll stick with a peppercorn.
As you
How are you
as
holding
you,
out in there, Captain?
as you fire it, and you look at it, it's like it's jammed.
Just
Don't even
watching
have
Captain
lung.
swirl around.
I can't scream, for I no longer have lungs.
Elemental 1 no longer exists. Captain, you take 10 points of damage, which doesn't go to your hit points. Your pot breaks and you revert back to your form.
Fucking hell! Why? Why, Master Gunner?
I thought it looked quite cute. Like a tumbleweed in a giant vortex of fun. It looked amazing. Why couldn't I do
I
it?
will say for flavour, take 1 point of damage from the cactus spines.
Oh.
And no, you do not get to add your sneak attack to that.
Aw.
Damn it!
I
He
still
was
don't
unseen. He was hidden.
But I could do so much damage. Why?
Well, here's the problem. I'm still not in melee range. Could I try and jump and be in melee range?
I mean, standing up and swinging with your weapon, you'd just be able to hit it at 10 feet.
Oh yeah. I forget. I have height.
Yes. And being Giff, you are bigger than usual, so you'll
So
be able
I'll
to
be
hit
able
it.
to hit it with my melee, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Cool. Gonna hit it with my melee.
Go ahead.
As I am just making sure I don't get advantage. I don't think I did.
Go ahead.
Of course.
You take a swing with your
What else would it be?
you take a swing with your rapier. As you do, you take 5 points of lightning damage as it travels down your rapier. Well, not your rapier, your
Sword.
your cutlass,
sword.
and travels back at your chain scimitar, as it travels up and through before it travels back down your arm.
Humie's crying in the background again with laughter.
Sake! You! Kill it!
Have a bonus action. Is that your bonus action to give human order?
No! Because there's one thing I've just remembered. I've got cunning action! Well, no, no, I'm not. I'm not talking to Hume anymore.
Oh, thank God.
I'm just not. Okay? I'm just gonna sit here and mope. No, I'm not. Oh dear God. Fuck it. Let's. I'm gonna try and hide using a bonus action.
Make me a stealth check with your +4.
8.
If you fail this, I will laugh.
I have failed it. I'm
8.
not.
You crouch down. The storm elemental just goes, huh? Just looking
Wait,
like,
fucking what?
okay.
So did I hide or not?
No.
I didn't think so.
Where did he go? Oh, right.
Even I can see you from here.
Astra,
Failed.
you hear the combat from down further on in the ship, from further down in the ship, and you can
Oh,
see people
God.
being injured.
I didn't want to be this kind of caps, and I
Right.
wanted to be useful.
I would like to attend to the most injured person.
Okay.
If I reach one, do I think? Do I need to make a check to see it, or
30, 35, 40, 45, 60. You can get to one of the nearby injured people, and you know where it's happening, so you can move up to here.
Okay. I would like to do that then, please.
Okay.
Wait, do I have enough movement for that?
Yes, I'll be using your action to dash, though, to get to them.
Okay, yes, I will do that.
Okay. Okay. What would you like to do? If you have a bonus action, or...
Can I use it to assess the injuries?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make me a medicine check. I'll say this is a general medicine check for not just this guy, but the others as well, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
That's +8, so
14.
15. Okay.
Looking about the individuals, you can see one of them is much more badly injured than the others. He is currently dying. These guys have been badly charred by the lightning from the storm elemental. You can see that there's also a few... You also note that there are more crew members who are supposed to be on the top. They've probably been taken down below, and they're badly injured. From this distance, you can probably also see, as the others would shout at you, that there is an injured person by one of the lifeboats who is currently down and dying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Elemental 2 doesn't exist. Elemental 3 is on top of you, Captain. 2 swings.
Two swings.
It's going to take 2 arm swings against him because he's in melee range.
Oh.
So that is a 25 to hit and a 90... No, and a 21 to hit. I assume both of them hit. Captain?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. As you take... On the first attack, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh no, 14 points of bludgeoning damage, sorry. Followed by 18 points of lightning damage.
I'm going to uncanny dodge.
Okay. So you take 7 points of bludgeoning and 9 points of lightning instead.
Cool.
Which is...
And 9 points. So 7 then
16
9. Right?
damage. Yeah, 16 damage total. And then the second hit
Guys,
does...
I'm on 69 health.
Oh, well that's fun. It's not going to be for much longer. You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage, followed by 19 points of lightning damage.
Jesus Christ, they hit harder than I thought.
19. That's 20.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I'm missing the extra die. 29
No, you're not.
points of lightning damage. My apologies.
So what? So that's 17 plus
17
20.
plus 29, so that is 46 points of damage. Being down to
Thank you, Doctor.
25.
What?
So 46 damage is what you're telling me.
Yes, which should take you down to 25.
Oof.
I'm good, guys. I'm good.
If you
Yeah.
say so.
Captain takes some hits. It attacked, so it can't use its cool lightning. Sim, your turn. You currently see the captain in peril.
Oof. I take a swig of my vodka.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Can you not do this while drunk, please?
I am fine.
Roll me a con save. Okay. Total?
Uh, 6.
Okay.
Oh dear.
You are drunk. You do not suffer disadvantage. But if you do not... but if you hit below... if you don't exceed the AC by 5, you are also hitting the captain with the shot.
Oh boy. Well, you better hope I don't.
Wow.
Are we using critical shot, Chris?
Okay, so you roll with advantage. Okay. 22?
That's just, yeah.
Or no higher than that.
24.
24, okay. That hits, and you do not hit the captain, so go ahead and roll me the damage.
This is only a +6 though, so.
Only plus 6, 19 points of damage, as its remaining 6 hit points are dealt with as it disperses. Okay. As you all gather yourselves, Captain. As you're kind of crouched down, taking 2 electrifying hits, you watch as there's this explosion above you and behind you, as you see a slight trail running through the air, which quickly was whisked away by the rain and the wind from Sim, as he raises his vodka bottle and staggers a little bit.
Perfect.
Astra.
This could
In
be
your current
worse.
situation with the current crew in front of you in a dying state, go ahead and make me some medicine checks to stabilize these individuals. This individual over here made another success, and no one will be able to get to him. Ooh, that's a fail. That's a fail. Okay. So, roll me a medicine check for this guy. Okay.
Okay.
You beat the DC by a fair bit, and you manage to successfully stabilize him.
Okay.
As he is now stabilized, but he is still unconscious. You can see the other individual over here is currently bleeding out.
As long as the current guy is stabilized, I will go to the next guy who isn't.
Okay. So, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 55. Okay. You get over to him, and he is very much nearing death. Roll me a medicine check.
Come on.
He's succeeded 2 saves and failed 2.
Ooh.
Yes, as you succeed on the save, you stabilize him just in time before he bleeds out, as you quickly apply pressure to the wound and wrap some bandages around him, as well as applying some ointment to any of the burns to prevent them from becoming too infected before he can be taken care of. Okay. As the ship carries on, the cannons are reloaded. You continue traveling through the arcane drifts. As the weather subsides, the elementals are gone, and after next few hours of navigation proceeding to assist in the moving through the arcane drifts, you manage to break free from it as you travel out onto the other side and into open skies once again. No longer with the threat of pain of battle, you are left with the lightning and the storm ahead of you that is currently charging the various storm drives. Okay. What would you like to do in this state? Currently, Astra, you have had all of the currently 5 injured individuals taken down to the surgical bay, where you may attend to them in just a moment. Is there anything else the rest of you would like to do during this time?
I'm gonna go make actual repairs to the cannons that took damage from rocks.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Tinker's Tool check.
Fucking hell, what the hell's
That should be your intelligence plus 5. Your intelligence modifier
okay.
plus 5, so it should be a plus 9 if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Okay.
Just gonna delete extra dice.
That is 15 plus 9.
Okay. Going over to the various ones, you make sure they're all repaired with the bosun's help as he is beginning to repair the hull. With his successful roll, he begins to tend to the hull, repairing its wounds as this all continues. Captain, what would you like to do?
Just
Get a void plant.
Just sleep. No. Just a surgeon. Help.
Okay. So you
Just
head
come around the corner of the mast and just like, I think I'm a little bit electrocuted.
Okay.
Is my current patient stable?
Yes.
Can I then investigate the call for help then, please?
Yes. Turning around, you see the captain currently peering around the edge of the mast, kind of grabbing onto it, and just like, breathing heavily. His moustache is a little bit frazzled and pointing in different directions from the length.
As you could tell by the moustache, I'm not in a good state.
Can I examine him?
Roll a medicine check.
Oh, God's sake.
Natural 1. His
Stabs him in
His
the eye.
moustache seems to be the only thing that's injured.
That is distinctly not true.
Well, at the very least, you should get some rest, Captain.
Fucking hell. Elementals had to be fucking elemental. I had to be turned into a fucking pot plant.
I'm sorry, pardon, Captain?
Just thumbs.
Yes,
Ask
Captain.
the master gunner if you want details. And you stab him for me as well.
There will be no stabbing that's not related to surgery, I'm afraid, Captain.
I know.
Perhaps I could perform surgery on the enemy, though.
That's one way to look at it. Do you know the injuries? Our casualties?
5 injured from the battle, sir. They're being tended to below.
Any dead?
Not as far as I'm aware, sir.
Excellent. I'm just gonna.
Do you need any assistance, sir?
I'm just gonna go and lie down. Admiral.
You fall out the back of the ship. You're like, oh, Admiral, then you fall out the window.
No,
Go-
I find my bed that I presume is in the captain's quarters.
Yes, you do. Okay. As you head to your quarters, proceeding to rest, Sim, would you like to do anything?
Just have a lay down in the mast. The crow's nest.
Okay. Taking a lie down, taking a rest with the cold and wet weather around, you cover yourself with your weather blanket. Your colleague also there takes a swig and proceeds to keep watch as you travel through the remainder of the arcane drifts. Tending to the patients below. As you head down, quite a lot of them seem to have taken some mostly lightning-based injuries from it, so they are all electrocuted in some way or another. However, with the battle over, and after the crew being assaulted by the storm elementals, followed by the earth elementals, they travel on, proceeding on their course and making their way as they leave the arcane drifts. They see the skies begin to clear, the rain subsiding, and the wind keeping up as the crew comes to a more settled location. As you continue travelling past the various skies, you can see those that have travelled below seem to have several corpses on the actual deck themselves, and those that have travelled over seem to have had similar problems with storm elementals, as each of them has in some way been attacked by to various effects, but your fleet seems mostly unharmed as most of the attack was focused on the Zaratan.
Oh, well then. Oh, that was good. Oh.
Gathering yourselves and making your preparations for the future.
Must find moustache comb.
The captain combs his moustache. Sim prepares to keep watch again with his bottle of vodka as he continues to drink alongside his friend. Astra tends to the wounded, preventing any further injury or problems. And Hulem restocking on his supplies, grabbing ammunition, distributing it to the various men, as well as fixing the cannons and helping the bosun with the repairs of the ship. As a call by the first mate and the admiral is made. As next session, when we continue, the captain will begin with an inspiring speech.
Oh.
I bet he's not too prickly about it.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, fuck you.
Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one of the Soaring Skies Leviathans. Bye bye.
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 Bye.